4:59.
Watchers losing time.
5 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'd like to call this September 14th, 2021 Planning Commission meeting to order. I would ask if you have any phones or any other devices, please put them on silent. Anyone wish to address the board, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. I would like to welcome Cheryl Graham here from the Howard County Planning Commission. Cheryl, thank you for coming. Great to see you. And the first thing on the agenda tonight is election of officer of vice president. I now open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Chuck Gray.
Second. Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll declare the nomination closed. All in favor of Mr. Graves, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I leave now? Next on the agenda is approval of minutes from August 10th.
Motion approved. Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns on the minutes? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote for approval of minutes. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are approved. Director Sheeline.
Mr. President, before we get into the agenda, we do have one continuance tonight. Item number 4 on your agenda, case P09-B-21. It's petition Citation Partners, LLC, Steve Schreckengas, for approval of the plat. This is for 2471 Schick Drive. The petitioner has asked for a continuance. They had several items that they had to complete, and they just did not have enough time to get them all done. So unless anyone has an issue, we will continue case P09-P-21. So if anyone is in the audience for that case, it will not be heard tonight. Be heard at the next meeting in October. First item on the agenda will be case P20-Z-21, petition of Kimberly Keating, requesting the City Plan Commission petition to recommend to the Kokomo Common Council for change in zone classification from R5 urban residential to NC neighborhood commercial at 1016 South J Street.
Move for approval.
Second.
Someone here to represent the case, please step forward.
Erica Hawkins, 1533 West Lincoln Road, Kokomo, Indiana, 46901.
Brief summary and we'll be good.
We're looking to change from residential to commercial zoning in order for the hopeful new owner to put a commercial business on there.
Any questions from the board before we have staff report? Director Sheeline.
Staff report for case P20-C-21, Paul Wyman of the Wyman Group on behalf of Kimberly Keating. There's a question of change in zone classification for the address listed above to be utilized as a small business. The adjoining property uses and zonings are to the north C2 large-scale general commercial and C1 small general commercial, to the south, east, and west all R5 urban residential. According to the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Future Land Use Map, the property in question is shown in the screenshot to the left, located in an area proposed for medium-density residential, which is an area designed for single-family housing of varying types between 3 to 6 dwelling units per acre. Typical medium-density housing would be single-family, detached, duplexes, triplexes, condominiums, townhomes, and cluster housing. Under land use goals, encourage orderly and responsible development to promote health, safety, and quality of life for residents in the City of Kokomo while maintaining Kokomo as a leading community for affordable housing. Relevant land use objectives are to encourage adequate land for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, recreational uses, to designate specific districts in the community suitable for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, and recreational uses. Strongly discourage locating incompatible and conflicting land uses adjacent to or in close proximity to one another. The goal of the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Transportation Map is to enhance connections throughout the city for improved safety, function, and efficiency for all modes of transportation, including vehicular, bicycle, and pedestrian networks. According to Transportation Map, this area of 1016 South J is defined as a local street, which is a street designed primarily to provide access to abutting properties and discourage through traffic. The traffic count for this area of South J is 400 cars per day. The requested zoning change is compatible with all surrounding zonings except for C2. Therefore, the staff desires that the board forward their own recommendation to the Copeland Common Council based on the information presented by the petitioner. Just wanted everybody to keep in mind, neighborhood commercial is, that zone is for this type of zoning to allow small businesses that would help neighborhoods have small businesses in their area.
Any questions from the board? Now we've had staff report.
What type of business are you planning to open?
Possibly a t-shirt printing business.
New structure, or is it going to be an existing structure?
There's an existing structure there now, but they're gonna tear that down and rebuild.
Yes.
Any other questions from the board? Any questions from the audience on this case? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P20Z21, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved. It will now go to the city council and will be presented there by Councilman Stewart. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Director Sheila.
Yeah, in this case, tonight, Mr. President, is case P21-C-21, the petition of Abundant Life Church, Inc., requesting the Copeland City Plan Commission petition and recommended the Copeland Common Council for change in zone classification from agricultural and residential to IS institutional at 1025 East 400 South.
Move for approval?
Second.
Please.
Good evening. My name's Adam Dehart. I'm project manager for Keeler Webb Associates. Our offices are located at 486 Gradle Drive, Carmel, Indiana 46032. I'm joined here this evening by Mr. Todd Stacy, who's going to be the construction manager on the project. Also joined by Pastor Charles Riley, the pastor at Abundant Life Church, and John Biddles, also one of the trustees at Abundant Life Church. There was a couple little things I wanted to give you on an overview on a few items, just so you can familiarize yourself with the site if you aren't familiar with the church itself. What we're asking to rezone is the area in red, which is the western parcels that comprise 23 acres. The church already owns and is currently zoned IS on the parcel identified as 70 on this map. The existing church is located at the southeast corner of 100 East and 400 South at this location. And in 2017, there were some additional parcels that are identified by 70 that were also rezoned to IS. That existing piece of property is split. There's a portion of it that's zoned AR on both of the two western parcels that comprise the 23 acres. The reason why we're here today requesting for the rezone. And then the southern portions of those parcels are zoned ag. Up until this last year, all the parcel has been used as agricultural property. It's been cash rented. The church bought the two western parcels in 2020. They bought this parcel where the existing parking lot and the improvements that they worked on in 2017 and 2017. That was also when that parcel was rezoned so that the parking lot would match the use and what's going on there. We have an adjoining neighbor church next to us that's also IS, and then we're bounded on the west by the radio tower people. And then across the street, there's several residential properties. My clicker's not advancing to the next slide. Oh, there we go. Great. This is an aerial photo from the Howard County GIS. Again, the overall project is going to encompass about 32 acres on what we're planning to build on the facility. And again, you have the existing church to the northeast and an existing overflow parking lot that we're going to continue to use in our as an overflow parking lot in our new project. This is a conceptual diagram on what the church looks like right now. We come to you today requesting this rezone recommendation to the city council with a lot of planning already gone into this facility, both architecturally and civil-wise. Greg can speak to that. We gave him a probably 50% site development plan set to go along with this proposal. We've put a lot of thought into this to make sure that it's going to work, so that if you do have any questions, we've already tried to take care of a lot of that issue. Next slide, please. This is the site plan itself that we've already worked out. We have State Road 26 along the north side of the site, and then County Road 100 east on the east side. I call this State Road 26, even though a lot of people around here refer to it as County Road 400, which would be the address, but I say that because that road and our curb cut's under the jurisdiction of NDOT. So the design for our entrance will be designed in compliance with NDOT standards. If you look at the detailed plans that we'll be presenting to you next month, we have a wide entrance that's actually 4 lanes wide, so we can accommodate the traffic for not only just the service that's being held, but the exchange of services, because you have people coming and going from the parking lot at the same time. Abundant Life Church has been in operation here in the city since 2002. They did some renovation to their facility. That's the existing facility in 2017. In fact, I was here with a development plan for a building addition that just didn't get the job done. Fortunately for them, they're growing in leaps and bounds, and the facility they need actually needs to be about 68,000 square feet and have all the facilities that go along with that. And to make that work, that's why they've purchased this property, and we're asking for this rezone. So we have a long entrance that comes in, and it's a free-flowing entrance, and we've designed the parking lot in such a way to where we can literally have people come in all the way to the heart of the facility without having to stop and turn and go into parking spaces, and we've done that to help the flow of traffic. The church has already helped themselves in that when they worked on their project in the past, they've connected back to the east with another road, and we intend to make that connection work between us and the connector road back to the east with this facility. So there are multiple ways for people to come and go from the facility, so that everybody isn't trying to go out and turn left on State Road 26. We have a parking lot to the north, the east, and the south that will accommodate a little over 700 cars. We need that type of parking space. Like I said, they intend to be running 3 services, and they have a main auditorium in the facility that will seat 1,200 people. As you know, they do several community-type operations. Was it Trunk or Treat? And they have some other community things that they do that attract literally thousands of people out there. And now we're going to have a facility that not only can take care of them both inside and outside, but we'll have parking spaces for those type of facilities, and it should work out real well. Again, we've designed the traffic pattern so that we can have drop-off at the front door and the rear door for those people that are attending services. And then we have a separate drop-off area for the children in the classrooms that are on the east side of the building. Some of that classroom work and operations within the facility will be Monday through Friday, but predominantly the facility will be used obviously on Sunday mornings and throughout the day on Sunday, and then Wednesday evenings is another big evening for them. We have an existing dry detention pond that's adjacent to the existing parking lot that was put in with that. Our intention is to provide a wet pond that will facilitate the entire facility, and we'll make use of some improvements that were done in 2017 to the legal drain so that our stormwater drainage is taken care of. Fortunately for us, we have the Taylorville Township force main that goes across the front of the property so we can take care of our waste. That'll be done through the municipal plant with them, so we won't have to worry about any septic systems. And then finally, for this type of facility, as you might imagine, we have to provide fire protection. And fortunately, with the location of this facility, we're closer to our water outlet, which is just the other side of the entrance of the radio tower. So our project will be extending water main to our east property line so that we can take care of our fire protection and domestic needs. Again, while unfortunately the church, who's a nonprofit organization, has to pay for that, it is something that will benefit the neighbors because we've brought the water line across their property, so they'll have the opportunity to tap into that and use that in the future. As I said, we're here this evening requesting Plan Commission review and recommendation to the City Council for hopefully approval of our rezone. And it's our intention to be back with a full set of construction documents for Planning Department to review and this commission to review for the development plan and our replat. This eastern parcel here has already been platted as a lot, and it's our intention in that replat to add the 2 western parcels that we're here asking for the rezone. So it'll be all one lot 2 in the future, all planned IS for the institutional use, and then that's the plan that we have for the facility itself. As far as the rezone itself, we're hoping to quickly fast-track this project. They would like to be open for Christmas of next year. We have over a year of construction project to work on here. The building itself, it's our entire intention to not ask for any variances and comply with all the building codes and local ordinances. This facility obviously will provide a necessary service for the community while not burdening the school system. And there's a large investment in this facility of approximately $10 to $15 million. So obviously we're improving our site. I doubt severely if it'll negatively impact any adjoining property values. There's sufficient capacities for the utilities and our plans for what main extensions to service this facility. And like I said, we'll have to comply with NDOT permitting regulations for the curb cut, which is our intention also. With that, I'd be available for any questions or comments you might have.
Any questions from the board?
Just a comment that, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that there are multiple services out there every weekend now, and I'm assuming one of the reasons for this is to cut down the number of services that they have to have every weekend. Is that a fair statement or not?
Yes, sir. It's my understanding that they're literally standing room only at times,
Yes.
which causes problems for everybody concerned. And we want to, they fortunately have enough people that they can be able to go out and be in a building program and get everybody under one roof that'll take care of everybody's needs, which is the intent of this facility.
I've got one question about County Road 100. You made a comment about, you made a connecting road to offset some of the traffic coming in off the 4-lane road. I'm a little concerned about there's families and homes on farther south on County Road 100. And if you're allowing four-lane traffic coming in with only a 2-lane traffic as an auxiliary offset of that, how that's going to work?
Well, where that,
Further down south, there's other homes.
I understand that. There's 4 homes right here, straight across from the church, and then there's another 2 or 3 that are on farther to the south before they get cut off by the Calda Loop down by the interstate. What we have done is we've aligned our exit coming out of this facility with the parking lot and the drives that are existing in the existing facility. And it's their intention, as you know, they hire police to help out with their traffic. Nowadays, with what we're doing here, there's less chance of having to have that interruption and those people on the dangerous part out on 26. And this little intersection right here can easily be handled by 1 traffic personnel. In the event that one of these people want to get out, same time church is going on, they intend to have 1 person there with the stop signs that can literally take care of that. Internally, we have a similar situation right here where we have a 4-way stop internally that we can direct traffic depending on whether the flow is inbound or outbound with 1 person that can take care of all the flow for the facility. So we've been able to reduce a lot of that and the hazards to those people too, to where they're out of the major traffic issues.
May I just add something? I just wanted to add one thing on whenever we initially cut in that road to the back going out to 100, the idea was that traffic would flow out that way. As much as we push people to kind of go out that way, they go out 26. And our concern now is we literally have people who call, we have a EMA out there controlling traffic during service times, and we have people upset because we blocked the State Road 26. So in laying out the parking lot, one of the things that we talked to Adam about was creating a way where we can immediately get people off of the road so that it's safer out there. Because as much as we try to push people, so I guess my point is, people don't really go out that back. We try, but
I
it's
was
really
worried
State Road
about-
26.
I guess I was worried about what was flowing out from there. If they get locked in there for 45 minutes at their own house on a county road that they basically is landlocked now because of the 931 intersection, basically landlocked them. So they have no back way to get out south. They have to.
Are you
come
talking
out
about
that way.
100?
Yes, they
100.
have to go north on 100 to get out. And there's, like he said, there's 5 or 6 homes back
Gotcha, I
there.
thought you were talking about the ones on 150, I guess
No.
it'd be, or whatnot, but yeah, I get you those.
That's all I'm concerned about, those existing properties that are
Gotcha.
back there.
Mm-hmm, gotcha, yeah. It flows pretty fast, though.
Sir, I'm sorry, we need your name and address for the record, please.
Oh, my name is Charlie Riley.
well,
I live at, let's see, 1838 Timber Ridge Court. Yeah,
Charlie.
sorry, I
I
just
knew that, but I
assume,
wasn't
I
sure.
assume.
We get it right.
Sorry, but yeah, I do totally understand. You know, you have 4 homes, I believe, along there, you know, and we try, EMA does a good job of, though, man, they move those cars and we block it. The biggest thing is when they're blocking traffic, and honestly, most of the people on that road go to our church, but anyway, that's another story. But, our biggest concern, one of the reasons we feel like we have to change something is we got to get the cars off of State Road 26 into the parking lot faster. By creating what we have now, we've just added to the problem. This will fix the problem, you know, of that, so the traffic can flow better. Because our concern, you know, we live in the community. We want it to be good for everybody. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I'll shut up now. Didn't you tell me to shut up? Don't say nothing. Isn't that what you said?
If I remember correctly, when you did the last renovations, there was a neighbor that was concerned about the exit going to 100, and I thought the agreement was at that time it was going to be closed most of the time, so they wouldn't have to worry about people coming in at night. You guys would take care of the gate during services. Can you bring me up to date and tell me what's going to be different?
My name is Charlie Riley. I live at. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it really isn't. And honestly, no one uses it hardly except during service times. And to be honest, the neighbors use it to walk on and they do their golf carts up and down it. So yeah, no one uses it except during service times. So yeah, it is, as we said it was, you know. And we were going to put up a way of shutting it down. You know, we initially had it for that, but we've not needed it. And we obviously, a lot of the neighbors talk to us. We talk to all the neighbors. We've not had any problems with it, no problems at all. I mean, if so, they'd be here.
True.
You know, because they knew this was happening also. So, but yeah, we've not had any problems. It's been good for everybody.
Thank you.
So, but actually, I'll shut up right after this. One of the neighbors asked if we could borrow. He had a large lot. He was tired of taking care of the lot. We bought the lot, and we put up a fence for him on that lot. So, you know, we're doing our best to keep everybody, you know, doing good. So,
Any other questions before we have staff report?
Staff report for case P 21-C-21, Keeler Webb Associates, on behalf of Abundant Life Church, is requested to change the zone classification for the address listed above to be utilized as a worship center. Adjoining property uses and zonings are to the north, rural residential, to the south, agricultural, to the east, IS institutional and AG agricultural, and to the west, AR and AG agricultural, rural residential, and agricultural. According to the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Future Land Use Map, the property shown to the left is located in an area proposed for medium density residential, which is an area designed for single-family housing of varying types between 3 to 6 dwelling units per acre. Typical medium density housing would be single-family detached, duplexes, triplexes, condominiums, townhomes, and cluster housing. Land use goals to encourage orderly and responsible development to promote safety and quality of life for residents in the City of Kokomo, while maintaining Kokomo as a leading community for affordable housing. Relevant land use objectives are to encourage adequate land for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, and recreational uses. designate specific districts in the community suitable for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, and recreational uses. The goal of the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Transportation Map is to enhance connections throughout the city for improved safety, function, and efficiency for all modes of transportation, including vehicular, bicycle, and pedestrian networks. According to the transportation map, this area of 400 South is defined as a major arterial. This is a street with access control and restricted parking. A major arterial also collects and distributes traffic to and from minor arterials. The traffic count for this area of 400 South is 6,405 cars per day. The requested zoning change is compatible with all surrounding zonings. Therefore, the staff desires that the board forward a favorable recommendation to the Kokomo Common Council.
Any questions from the board? No, we've had staff report.
Greg, could I request a correction here on the future land use map? You have medium density residential, and that should be agricultural and agricultural rural residential there.
Should be where, I'm sorry?
Down to the property to the left,
Okay,
it's in an area proposed for, you have medium density residential there,
okay.
and it should be, it's, do you see my, this current property is located in agricultural, and we're,
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got you. Got you, thank you.
Any questions from the audience now we've had the staff report? Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P 21021, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved, and now we'll go to the city council and will be presented there by Councilman Stewart.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Director Seeline, next on the agenda is other business.
I have no other business tonight, Mr. President.
Volunteer for the county meeting on September 21.
We have one subdivision and one rezoning. I'll go.
did we have a volunteer already? Do you
I'll
want?
take care of it.
You don't, I mean, we don't have to have anybody go.
Thank you.
Okay.
September 21st?
Yep.
Got
We
it.
can tonight. Yep.
It's a
I'll
different
get it.
time.
It's at my office, different time, it's at 5:30, not 5. Okay.
Next on the agenda is approval of claims.
I move that we approve claims in the amount of $47,008.95. Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval of claims. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Claims are approved. I need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.